That's sick. I think in high school with my cousin. There's so many cool things in town too. Taking a picture of it?
I think it looks badass, man.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Does it touch the... We can't have them on that side either.
No, it works if you go back, I think. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Welcome back, you silly gooses. So we've been just slowly plugging away at assembling everything we have for the car for these two shows we have coming up. We have Scrape Fest this weekend, May 19th, and then a couple weeks from then we have the flagship show here in Reno, which is June 1st. So we have the seats in, the center console, all the gauges are in, swapped out the new taillights from ISP West. Our motor harness actually shipped from TDC shop Dave in New York. Shipped it directly to the motor builder, so we're hoping in the next few weeks we have a motor and we can button this thing up and actually get it done. But for the time being, the air ride's wired directly to the battery, so it functions for the show. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not completely done, but we feel like it's finished enough to be presented to people, and it kind of gives the opportunity to see the entire firewall and most of the fabrication stuff that we've done.
So since the last episode, you saw us building the center console. We finally got it in here. It's mounted, almost final. We have still the shifter surround that we have to figure out, but we can't really complete that until the motor is in and we know exactly where it's going to be. We just painted them black for the show and to prevent any rust from building up since it is out of steel, but it will be covered in some sort of leather or vinyl in the end. So it doesn't look perfect because we didn't perfectly grind everything and shine it up, but everything seems to work the way we planned. We have our little air conditioning vents and the little air channel underneath, and it all works out pretty good. We built a single cup holder to the car because Harrison has a car without a cup holder and I have a car without a cup holder, and cup holders are necessary. And then right below that in the center console, we have this little tray that this car is going to have like a push to start button, and it has like a key fob, but it needs to be set near a little sensor. So we're going to put that sensor in this little tray, and it's kind of where you set your keys down to unlock and start the car. And then moving back, you have the vents like I talked about, and then you also have this little console deal with switches for your headlights and our actuators for our front fenders and horn and something else. Turn signals? No, not turn signals. Yeah. And then we have the switches for the wipers on that panel as well. We also designed this panel, currently says illegal in it just because there's some dead space, but there's room to just cut a new panel to add more switches in the future. And then right behind that is that vintage air control. We had to put it back there because the vintage air control has like a manual mechanical sensor to sense like the temperature in the evaporator core. So it kind of has to be located next to it. And our whole unit is back there as well. So it's a little hard to get to, but should just be able to set it and forget it.
It's better to have it than have it and be kind of inconvenient to get to than to not have it at all. I mean, granted, there will be plenty of airflow, like with the smoker windows in the rag top, but having heat and AC was kind of crucial to the build. So, I mean, once again, it's better to have it and be inconvenient than to not have it at all. That was really the only options we had at this point was, live with it or live without it. But it's honestly like, I'm not a small person. I'm 6'2" and I fit in here pretty darn good. So, a lot of trial and error and a lot of math and doing things a couple times. And I don't know, I think it's going to be pretty sweet when this thing's rolling down the road. And so this car actually runs Airlift 3H. So there's height sensors on each corner. Obviously the system's not calibrated yet, so we're kind of using it as a pressure-based system currently. But all the bags are in, they're plumbed to the manifold. Manifold has power straight to the battery on a temporary just on-off switch currently. But it was we wanted it to be able to be, pushed into the show, but at least not have to have a mobile compressor or something to air the car up and down. So everything's wired. Still haven't really found a permanent home for the remote, but I think that'll come eventually. We might just do some sort of custom mount for it somewhere, but I mean, it's as done as it can possibly be right now without a power plant. There's a few unknowns we have once that gets here, but I mean, it's a pretty enough showpiece. I think nobody's going to be disappointed to see it. 6 months ago it would have been silly to think of bringing it to a show, but with the full paint and all the parts and pieces inside of it, I mean, at no fault of our own, it's unfinished. It's just a matter of getting that motor done. So, the taillights are kind of a European smoked taillight from ISP West. So they're a different shape than the US market taillights. I just thought they kind of fit the theme, but we'll see what we end up with in the end. Still have to figure out headlights and all that stuff, but that's kind of just a plug and play OEM thing. But for now, we just wanted to present it as complete as we possibly could. The fenders are off of the car for transport purposes because I'm not sure exactly what trailer Martinez is bringing, so it'd just be nice for it to be able to roll up with no problem. But then when we get to the show, after the car's detailed, we'll bolt the fenders on and then it'll be ready for the weekend in Utah. So this was kind of just a quick video on what we're doing to prepare for shows this season. Really only have those two planned. Was on a podcast a couple weeks ago that there's a air-cooled meet in Vegas that we were invited to. Obviously it's not air-cooled anymore, but it's kind of more of just the old school Volkswagens, but see if we can make that in October. But that's kind of wrapping this car up for the time being. We're getting a new project. As these are picked up, a new project is being dropped off. So we'll probably start a build series on that as soon as we get cracking on that one. But yeah, we'll slowly update all of our socials and our YouTube as we get the motor and start getting all like the car actually finished. But as for now, I mean, we're ready for the shows and we're ready to put our effort into something new here in the next week or so. Very different from this one. So,
and we have another project that might be even differenter than that one.
Yeah, we also have something else coming that might be more of like a resto mod, not low car. So that would also be cool to document. But as always, we'll keep you guys updated, and anything you guys, I mean, the most you can do for us is to watch a couple more videos and share it with some friends. It's really all we could ever ask for. And we love you guys. You support us so much. And new merch is also dropping this weekend. So hopefully we have some of that available on the website soon. But yeah, keep an eye out. We're going to keep making clothes. We're going to keep making content. Keep bringing you guys the weird stuff that we're known for.
Pop, pop.
That won't sound like that.
What was that sound?
Something like that.
As it drives, because it's going to be scraping.
Yeah.